journey begin. Who win this year's championship? Come feel the heat of this dream. Witness the strength and confidence of those who face these challenges, cause in the end we all win. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Everybody sing. The ball has hit the bag, whoa, whoa. Fielders are running to catch it. Is a 6 or will it be a 4? We scream, we roar, oh my god, the tension soar. The pressure, the skill on display is amazing, what can I say? Let the claps run in millions, as if cricket is our religion. Let's go. If you wanna be the best, play with courage and confidence. Level up your game to be prominent. Don't forget it's your time to shine. Play tough but remember to be kind. Let's see who tops at the finish line. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League.
Game number 21 of the Insurance Cricket Premier League Season 10 between Howden and Emirates Insurance. We have Sherry from Emirates Insurance who will flip the coin. Satya is representing Emirates Insurance and Makhan is representing Howden. Sherry will flip the coin and Makhan will do the calling. Head is a call. Umpire will let us know. Head it is. We have Makhan who has won the toss. What do you want to do?
We will bat first.
2 games, 2 wins. How's the morale of the team going on at the moment?
No, it is very good dressing room. We are feeling very good and we are confident that we will put a good score and we'll defend it.
Any changes for today's lineup?
Yeah, we have couple of changes that I will just give you the names.
Anyway, thank you for that. All the best. As we speak to Satya. Satya, happy to bowl first?
Yeah, no problem. We bowl.
Okay. And 1 loss, you must be really wanting to get those 2 points and keep yourself alive in this tournament.
Exactly. We'll try our best to get that.
And what sort of a score are you wanting to keep them down to?
Around 150, 160. That's we'll try. We'll see how they're going to.
Thank you for time. That's the news from the center. Howden won the toss and elected to take first strike. We'll have live action coming in the next few minutes.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all those families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families, after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Good evening and welcome to game number 21 of the Insurance Cricket Premier League between Howden and Emirates Insurance Company. Howden won the toss, elected to take first strike. We'll have the team's list coming up. Let's start with Howden. Starting with Bhushan Nawal, Gabriel Gacius, Makan Chaturvedi, Mohammad Shahzad, Ramandeep, Sajan Thomas, Satyapan, Shivraj Nair, Sagar Chaturvedi, Lendl and Kanika Raj. As we run through the Emirates Insurance Company, Badreshman, Fawad Rafiq, Imran Khan, Jai Singh, Sandeep Rathod, Satya Praveen, Sheri Mangale, Tahir Mohammad, Denzel Sakwera, Akshay Kumar and Sudhindra. That's the playing 11 for Emirates Insurance. We have the game coming up in the next few minutes. So we have the game underway. Bhushan to take strike. His partner is Markhan, the captain. Denzel to open the innings. 13 matches, 234 runs. Strike rate of 127. Right arm over the wicket. Short ball. Plays this towards short square leg. No run there. So we have a look at Denzel's statistics. Then the 3 matches, 2 wickets, economy of 7.75. Not bad for a bowler who bowls in the power play. As he bowls another one, keeps the batsman guessing. Trying to again repeat the previous stroke, but this one was slightly further up. Not the kind of delivery that can be pulled. So no runs on the board yet. 2 balls completed. This is the Emirates Insurance Cricket Premier League. As it drives this one towards the covers. Chase for the fielder. Will be stopped within the boundary. 2 runs to the total. Howden off the mark. So is Markan. Markan and Bhushan do not strike. Denzel to Markan. Just shapes away to the leg side and takes a quick single. Score moves on to 3. And Bhushan to take strike for the first time. Markan stat 19 matches, 390 runs, 127.87. Bhushan to take strike. Denzel the bowler. Nice run up. This time plays it in the air. Chance of a match at mid-on and a beautiful catch, running catch. And a first ball duck for Bhushan. Sprinted around 10 yards to his left, kept his eyes on the ball and takes a good catch. And the first strike for Emirates Insurance Company is sending Bhushan back for a 1-ball duck. The Emirates Insurance boys coming with a plan. They need to get early wickets. They got the first one. Not getting in the middle of the bat, getting slightly on the lower side of the bat. It got the height, but not the distance. Sagar coming in at number 3. Taking strike for the first and last ball of the first over. Denzel bowling to him. Plays it back towards the bowler. No run there. End of the over. 7 matches, 248 runs. Strike rate of 153. That's a healthy strike rate. Has a job on hand now with the fall of the first wicket. 3 for the loss of 1 wicket at the end of first over.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all these families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families, after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities, I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
That is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Fawad, the bowler, partnering Denzel, driven down the ground, the man at mid-on, giving the chase, but not to be The man at mid-off was quite quick. He ran across the wicket behind the bowler, tried to stop it. The man at mid-on had just given up the chase. And a defensive stroke leads to a boundary. 4 matches, he's just got 1 wicket. His economy of 10.54. Straight away change in the field. The man at mid-off going back towards long off. And the man, it's the third man being brought inside. They got a slip in place as well. As this time bowls it towards the pads. Markan plays it towards backward square leg. 1 run added. Score moves on to 8. All the 8 runs coming off the bat of Markan so far, the captain. Bhushan was out first ball duck, and then Sagar has just faced 1 ball. Have some handy runs under his belt, so he is quite a seasoned campaigner. Sagar just needs to make sure he plays it back gently towards the bowler. Man at mid-on, Denzel coming in. No run there. Score remains on 8. That drives this one towards short mid wicket. Single taken. He is off the mark. Score moves on to 9. Playing with a very good straight bat is Sagar. As both this one cuts and short cut towards point for the second boundary of the over, second boundary of the game. Score moves on to 12. Fawad just bowling it slightly shorter, and the batsman just making use of that length and sends it towards the point boundary. With the field inside the circle, there's always an opportunity of those extra runs being scored. Need to pitch it up as he pitches this one, and this one is driven towards short covers. Misfield there, this run completed. Score moves on to 13. At the end of the over, 11 runs coming off it. 2 boundaries. 14 for the loss of 1 wicket at the end of 2 overs. Sagar batting 1 and Markan batting 13. Denzel to pull the third over. Tucks the batsman, but they eventually still managed to get the single. Score moves on to 14. Sagar was off the blocks as soon as the stroke was taken. Markan just acknowledging that one. Again, bringing that one in, moving the ball in the air, making sure that he keeps the batsman quite plurling within the stumps. Sagar just happy to play it with a straight bat, doesn't want to play slightly cross. The ball's new and it just moves around a bit for the first few overs, and then the ball, as and when it starts becoming old, it does not swing that much, and that's when you decide to take on the number 3 and 4 bowlers. Sensible batting so far. This time gets the chivit and he sends this again towards the point boundary. First boundary for Sagar. So Denzel this time making that error of bowling it outside the line of the stumps. Enough room for the batsman to cut that one. The score now races to 19. Has been bowling well so far. It gives away a boundary to ease the pressure and bring some confidence to Sagar. Again bowling this one and swinging it back. The ball going towards the long off boundary. 2 runs scored. Score moves on to 21. Sagar just accounting for the swing that he's generating, making sure he's right behind the line of the ball, watching the ball closely, and the full face of the bat. Straying onto the pads, plays it towards square leg. The man at short square trying to field it with his legs, but the man at fine leg runs around and stops the ball from going towards the boundary. 2 more runs added. Score moves on to 23. The Howden boys now having a move on. 9 runs coming of the 5 balls bowled in this over. Last ball of the over coming up. Again onto the pads, this time towards short square, fielded by the man within the circle. 1 more run added. End of the over. 24 for the loss of 1 wicket. Markan batting 14 of 9 and Sagar batting 10 of 8. Both the batsmen now into double figures. Both have got a boundary each and 1 boundary. So they have already got a move on. Need to watch how much they can score in this power play. As Fawad comes into bowl again onto the pads. There's a man at fine leg. He feels that, keeps it down to a single. Lucky for the bowler. The ball was sent towards the man who was stationed there at squarish fine leg. asking for an LBW, probably going down leg side, bowling closer to the stumps, bowling well within the line, but just doing a bit too much for the batsman, so he survives. Again, onto the pads, the man at square leg giving the chase, fielding it a few yards inside the boundary, so 2 more runs added to the total. Score moves on to 27. This time driving it down towards the man at mid-on, and a quick single taken, so 1 more run added. Emirates Insurance has to ensure they don't give away those extra runs where the fielders are stationed. They are supposed to be stopping those singles and put some pressure. This way they are not able to exert any pressure on the Howden batsmen, who are freely taking those singles and getting the odd boundary. Again, into the line of the stump, Sagar plays it towards fine leg. 1 more run added. Score moves on to 29. Fawad's given away 16 of the 1.5 he's bowled. Way closer to the stumps. Again, a quick single towards the man at mid-on. So the over ends after 4 overs, 30 for the loss of 1 wicket. Sagar batting 12 of 10. Markan batting 18 of 13. 6 runs coming off that over. Denzel to continue his 3rd over. Markan draws back and plays this one towards long off for a single. We're in the 5th over of power play. Remember, this is 2020, so 6 overs of power play with 2 fielders inside the circle. 2 fielders outside the circle. The remaining 7 should be inside. Very minimum room for error. As Denzel now bowls to Sagar. Much better ball. Again, off the air, brings the ball in. And a single conceded. Score moves on to 32. Denzel's got that natural in-swinger. He needs to work on getting a couple of them away from the batsman. He's too predictable at the moment. The only thing he's doing well is bowling in line of the stumps. This time bowls it outside the off stump. Cuts that one. Good bit of fielding for the man at covers. No run there. Emirates Insurance so far has been on the money with their fielding. Taken a catch in the first over of the game, and as of now they are stopping every run possible. You only need to make sure that the ground fielding is better and save those singles which are close, as Markan maneuvers this ball towards fine leg, and 1 more run added to the total. Score moves on to 33. 3 runs coming over the first 4 balls of the over. Drives this one through the cover region. Ball racing towards the fence, but stopping just before that. Allows just the 2 runs. A beautiful shot worth the boundary. Just stopped before the boundary road. So 2 more runs added. Score moves on to 35 with last ball of the 5th over coming up. Denzel's given away 18 runs so far in the 2.5 overs he's bowled. As this one plays it over the man at mid-on, and a few bounces into the fence. Half a chance created, but that was too good a shot over the man at mid-on. End of the 5th over, 39 for the loss of 1 wicket. So what should have been a 5 or 6 runs ends up with 9 runs. This is what Howden is looking for.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all these families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Change in bowling, Makan on strike. Satya, the bowler, gives away single of the first ball to Makan, brings Sagar on strike. Satya, 14 matches, 8 wickets, 9.16 economy rate. Bowls it short, and Sagar sends this over mid-wicket. A couple of bounces into the fence he goes. Score moves on to 44. He moves on to 23. Overtaking his partner now. Makan on 21. Satya Neat, the captain, this time bowls it wide. The keeper misses this one, going towards the third man fence. They come back for another couple. So 3 more runs added to the total. Score moves on to 47. Much better ball, but driven down the ground by the time the fielder comes in from long off. Another single. It's quite a decision that Satya has to make here, that whom does he keep inside the circle. He kept the man at long off. It allowed an easy single. Slower ball, again drilled down towards the man at long off. 1 more run added. Score moves on to 49. He's already gone for 10 runs in the 4 balls that he's bowled so far. He's given away boundary and 3 wides. As Sagar this time plays it over the man at mid-on. Score moves on to 53. We're in the final over of power play. 53 for the loss of 1 wicket in 5.5 overs with 1 ball to spare in the power play. Calculated batting by Sagar. The moment it is pitched up, he is happy to go over the man at mid-on. The moment the length is shortened, he decides to bide his time. Absolutely pleasing shots to see. Again, this time slightly shorten the length. Happy to play down towards long off. 1 more run added. 54 for 1 at the end of 6. As we take you through the batting card, or rather the match summary. Match summary so far: Sagar Chaturvedi batting 29 of 17, Makhan Chaturvedi 22 of 18, Denzel Sakwera getting the lone wicket. He gave away 22 of the 3 overs. Fawad Rafi gave 17 of the 2 overs, and Satya Praveen went for 15 of the 1 over that he bowled. Right arm over the wicket, slightly short, cuts this one towards the man at short cover for a single. The field restrictions have been taken off, so 4 men required to be inside the circle. He can have 5 men, so protection for the bowler is 9 matches, 13 wickets, 8.83. Yes. Badresh bowls this one towards Makhan, who wants to cut it, doesn't get bat to ball. The ball into the keeper's gloves. No run there. Score remains on 55. Needs to pitch it up. Bowls it on the pads. Off the pads towards short square leg. 1 run completed. Score moves on to 56. Leg by being signaled by the umpire. Much better ball this time. Plays with a straightish bat and still manages to get a single. Keeps the scoreboard ticking. It's not about only boundaries and sixes, unlike we saw in the previous game where Lalit smoked Green Shield for 10 sixes. This one's a much sedate innings by those standards, as Makhan this one plays this down towards long on for a single. Score moves on to 58. Down leg side, the first extra of the game coming in the 7th over. Now the first wide of the game. They already got a few extras courtesy leg by there. This time Sagar comes down the track, drills it back. The bowler trying to stop it with his boot. Just manages to keep it down to a single. End of 7 overs, 60 for the loss of 1 wicket. सिर्फ 3 मैच है ना राउंड रॉबिन के. हाँ. Akshay coming in to bowl over number 8. Sagar plays it towards the man at square leg. By the time the fielder does the fielding, 2 more runs added to the score. Score moves on to 62. Akshay's first game. Hasn't got a wicket so far. Slightly long-footed. Sagar again just making sure that he is right behind the ball. Collects a double, makes his partner do a lot of running. And the score moves on to 64. 4 runs coming in the first 2 balls without much of an effort. Just making sure the ball is played on merit as wants to drive this one. Keeper again going in for a appeal of caught behind. No contact whatsoever. So the score remains on 64. Each team gets to play 3 round robin matches, and the top 2 teams from each group go to the quarterfinals as Sagar plays this in the air and straight to the man at point. So Akshay coming in and providing the much needed breakthrough. Sandeep, the fielder who takes the catch. Experience counts here. Sagar trying to go over the top here. Slices it from the high end of the top part of the bat. It's out for 36 of 24. This is what Sagar will have to learn with experience, is how to go about making a big score. He's somebody who's much better than the 30-35 scoring player. New man Ramandeep Singh, 18 matches, 453 runs, strike rate of 134.32. Healthy strike rate. As Akshay comes into bowl. Full toss, slower one. Plays it towards long off. The man at long off being kept quite busy as of now. Single conceded, 65 for 2. Ramandeep off strike with that single. He's off the mark as well. Akshay 5 runs given so far. Got the prize wicket of Sagar. As Makhan cuts this one towards the man at deep point. 1 run added to the total. End of 8 overs, 66 for 2. Current run rate of 8.25. Akshay finishing his first over, giving away 6 runs and taking 1 wicket. Markan batting 24 of 22, and Ramandeep has come to join him. He's 1 of 1 ball. As Bhadresh edges this one, and the man at short third is unable to cut that off, and the ball goes towards the boundary. Markan collects another boundary for himself. He moves on to 28. Score moves on to 70. Chance of caught behind, not to be. There was no contact. Good bit of bowling. Now, all these Emirates Insurance bowlers are some who don't bowl with a lot of venom, but the best thing is they're doing is that they are bowling within the line of the stumps. This time, places to a short mid wicket. There's a fielder there. They are bowling according to a plan. Have the fielders at the right places. This time outside the off stump, chance, half a chance for the fielder at point, but gives away a single. So score moves on to 71, brings Ramandeep on strike. Cuts this one. There's a man at deep point there. Keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 72. Last ball of the over. Drilled back towards the bowler. Unable to stop that one with his boot, and goes down towards the man at long off. Tire the fielder there.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all those families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families, after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life, and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Akshay coming in to bowl his second over. He's given away 6 runs and taken the wicket of Sagar in the previous over. Single to the man at short covers. Score moves on to 74. Akshay bowling also wide, so score moves on to 75. Second wide of the inning so far. They've been disciplined so far. Need to maintain their discipline and make sure that they don't give away those extra runs. Akshay bowling to Ramandeep. Slower ball. Plays it towards deep mid wicket. 1 run completed. Denzel, the fielder, keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 76. Akshay comes into bowl to Makhan. Places in the air. Well short of the man at long off. 1 more run added. Score moves on to 77. So one plays it towards the man at covers. 1 more run added. Score moves on to 78. Another slow looping delivery, this time through the cover region. Ball racing towards the fence and still doesn't touch that one. Two more runs added. Last ball of the 10th over, 81 for 2. Umpire calls it a wide, so he has to reload. So end of the over, 83 for 2 at the end of 10 overs. Akshay giving away 16 runs of the 2 overs he's bowled. As we have a look at this match summary and players take a drink. Howden winning the toss, selecting to bat first. Scored 83 for 2 in the first 10 overs. 7 extras in those innings. Sagar Chaturvedi was a man out with top scoring as of now, 36 of 24. Makhan Chaturvedi just behind him. He's 33 of 20 balls. And Sharma out for 5. Ramandeep Sharma batting on 5. Akshay Kumar 2 overs 16 runs 1 wicket. Denzel Sequeira 3 overs 22 runs 1 wicket. And Ray has given away 12 runs of the 2 overs without taking a wicket so far. As we take a quick break. But the race to continue. He bowls to Ramandeep onto the pads, flicks it towards square leg. The man there in the deep keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 84. Makan, who places towards the cover region, the man there doing the fielding, keeps it down to a single. The runs have come, they've come at a decent pace. They're not somebody who have been slamming it at the boundary on repeated occasions. They have kept the scoreboard moving with those singles and the odd doubles and boundaries as and when they get, as this one being played towards the third man fence. And as we speak, another boundary coming up. Score moves on to 89. Ramandeep into double figures. Sports this on towards Ramandeep, drives it back towards the man at short covers. A slight misfield there, but no run. Bhattresh, the bowler. One more run added. 7 runs coming of the 5 balls bowled so far. Score moves on to 90. Last ball of the over. Plays this again towards mid wicket. One more run. 8 runs coming of that over. Productive over for Howden. They move on to 91. Keeper missing this one. Buys. He'll have to wait and watch if It's 5 wide, so the momentum now slowly again shifting back as Howden is started to put a bit of pace in their innings. Managed to score a boundary of the last over, and the first ball was a wide and the keeper missed that one and it goes to the boundary. So 5 wides to the total. Score moves on to 96. Drives this towards long on. One more run added. Score moves on to 97. This time Ramandeep Singh plays it in the air over the man at mid wicket for a maximum. So the 100 coming up. We're in the 12th over, 103 for 2. Sandeep's already gone for 12 of the 2 balls he's bowled so far. Slightly short, goes back and plays this towards square leg. The man from mid wicket coming around and doing the fielding. 2 runs added to the total. Score moves on to 105. And 5 for 2. As Ramandeep Singh chops this one down towards fine leg for a single. Score moves on to 106. This time Markan plays this towards short mid wicket. A misfield there. 1 run completed. Denzel, the fielder, doing the covering up there. Score moves on to 107. This time into the slot and over the man at mid wicket again for another maximum. So a big over. It's still a ball to go. Score moves on to 113. Ramandeep now batting 26 of 13 balls. Strike rate of 200. 22 runs coming off this over with so 113 for 2 at the end of 12 overs. Current run rate of more than 9 runs an over. As Akshay comes back to bowl his third over, he's the one who's taken 1 wicket of Sagar Chaturvedi. Bowls another wide. So now pressure on the bowler so far until the over before, until the first break. They were bowling decent lines, not giving away too much room. The batsman had to make those efforts to get those runs, but now they have bowled a few wides. This one drives this towards extra cover, 1 run there. Score moves on to 115. Ramandeep driving this towards the cover region for another single. Score moves on to 116. As Makhan moves into the 40s, Ramandeep is not far behind. He is on 27 of 14 balls. Drives this one towards long on boundary. Not a very good stop, so 4 more runs added. Score moves on to 120. This time through the cover region. The man had extra cover, unable to stop that one. So back-to-back boundaries. Takes Makhan on to 48. Score moves on to 124. माखन का स्टैट बता दीजिए मेरे को कितने बनाए उसने अभी 48 में कितने बाउंड्री कितने सिक्स हैं Makhan batting on 48 of 37 balls with 5 boundaries. Full delivery. That's a much better length to bowl. Not bowling it short, but bowling it just inside the trim line on the Yorker length. As Akshay to continue. He's gone for 27 of the 2.5 he's bowled. As the last ball is over, much ball. Again, that Yorker length. This time a single being taken. So he's gone for 28 of the 3 overs he's bowled. 125 for 2. As Makhan reaches 49. Just run away from a milestone.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all these families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families, after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Fawad comes into bowl. Places down the ground. A single taken. So a well-made 50 of 40 balls for Makhan. 5 boundaries. Applauded by his teammates and Ramandeep too, giving him a high five there. Ramandeep plays this one towards long off for a single. Score moves on to 127. This time in the air, one bounce towards the man at long on. 128 for 5. Rocks back, places towards long on. One more run added. Misfield there, but the man at long off was right behind him, so manages to keep the ball within the boundary line. So one more run added. Score moves on to 129. 4 balls completed in the over. We went to over number 14. Comes down the wicket, over the bowler's head. One more run. Tahir, the man who's done the bulk of the fielding for his side in the long on, long off region. Score 130 for 2. That's the last ball of the over comes up. Again, down the ground. One more run added. 131 for 2 at the end of 14 overs. As Badresh comes into bowl his 4th over. He's given away 20 runs, 21 now with that single. Score 132. Mark on strike is on 52. Sends this one towards the cover boundary. He get a move on now. Score moves on to 136. He moves on to 56. This time short and plays this wide of mid wicket. So he's played boundary each on either side of the wicket. Score moves on to 140 and he moves on to 60. 60 of 44 balls. This time on one knee towards mid wicket, and the man there, Denzel, doing the fielding there, keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 141. In the 15th over of the innings. Ramandeep unable to make any connection, so the ball going into the keeper's gloves. No run there. Scores on 141. Comes on the wicket, takes it on the full. The man at mid wicket again coming into play. Tahir and Denzel are the one who's done most of the fielding out there. They are the boundary riders. End of the over, 142 for 2 at the end of 15. Akshay coming to bowl his last over. He's gone for 28 of the first 3 overs he bowled. One more run added. Score moves on to 143. Markan batting 61. Ramandeep batting 33 of 21. Comes down the wicket. One bounce into the fence for 4. So Markan's not going to stop now. He's run to the last 5 overs of the innings. Score moves on to 147. Comes down the track, but Yorks himself completes 1 run. Score moves on to 148. Brings Ramandeep on strike. Cuts this one. The man at point misfields there. The single was always on with both these batsmen effortlessly collecting those singles and then collecting the odd boundaries as well. 149 for 2. This time in the air, the chance for the man, the keeper, and a well-judged catch brings an end to Markan's innings. He's out for 66 of 48 balls. So Akshay managing to break the partnership. Akshay coming down the wicket, plays it in the air. He's out for 66 of 48 with 8 boundaries and brought his team to a healthy position. They already have 2 wins from their 2 games and well on course to make it to the quarterfinals, but you still have a game to play. As Gabriel Gracious comes to the wicket. Gabriel Gracious 43 innings, 736 runs, strike rate of 109.20. Coming at the fall of Markan's wicket, a pivotal point at number 5 when you are in. The momentum has already been set. You only need to carry it forward. Gabriel takes his stance. Gabriel on strike. Drives this towards long off. 1 run taken. So the 150 coming up at the end of 16 overs. Akshay finishing his 4 overs with 36 runs given and 2 wickets taken. Got the prize wicket of Markan. And Ramandeep Singh batting 34 of 22. Gabriel Gracious has just joined him, who's got 1 of 1. Sudhindra to bowl, this time Gabriel takes it from outside the off stump and sends us towards long on for a single. He moves on to 2 of 2. Score moves on to 151. Last 4 overs is what sort of a score will Howden want to put up. They're already in a strong position as Ramandeep plays this one towards long on. 1 more run added. 2 runs coming with the first 2 balls. Sudhindra's first match as a bowler comes in at a crucial juncture when the batsman will want to tee off on every plays this one towards mid-wicket. 1 more run added. Score moves on to 153. Emirates Insurance would have done well if they'd managed to keep them below the 180 mark. This time plays it straight to the man at short covers. No run there. Gabriel wanting to take that single. Ramandeep declining that one, as the ball was too close to the man at short covers. So 3 runs of the 4 balls bowled so far. Loops this one and a miss by the keeper. Gives the leg by opportunity. And now an overthrow. Gets them 2 runs. What should have been a dot ball results in leg by being taken and then an overthrow. And Howden will not be complaining about that. I'll be happy to take this 2 runs. 155 for 3. Sudhindra comes in to bowl his last ball. Much better ball. It is the ball just coming into the tram line and then
and to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all these families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Satya into bowl the 18th over, down leg side, leg buys. It's gone for 15 of the first over that he bowled. The umpire waiting for the scorer signal. He's giving it a couple of times. And now going on to the tally to talk to him. Message conveyed, run added to the total. Score moves on to 156 as Ramandeep gets this chance and he plays it well over the man at long on for a maximum. Score moves on to 162 and Ramandeep now reaches 41 of 27 balls. Satya has been expensive. Of the 8 balls, the legal ball that he's bowled, he's given away 21 runs. He'll want to come back strong. This time in the air. And falling between 2 of the fielders. 2 runs completed and another overthrow. So pressure building onto the Emirates Insurance fielders, unable to take that catch. A good throw, the keeper doesn't collect it well, results in an overthrow. The score moves on to 165. Full toss down leg side, being called a no ball. So the first no ball of the innings, it's a free hit. And Ramandeep Singh is the benefactor out there who is going to get a chance to maximize this without the fear of being run out except for a run out. Pulls it into the pitch. This one going towards the mid-wicket region. Denzel, the fielder there, just manages to get one run off that free hit. He moves on to 44. Score moves on to 167. There's 2 more balls remaining in this over. Gabriel plays it in the air. And Denzel takes a safe catch. And that's the end of Gabriel. He's out for 4 of 6 balls. Has his task cut out. He's got Ramandeep. All he has to do is keep feeding him with those singles and get the boundary. He decides to defend that one. That was the last ball of the over. So a good comeback in the last few balls by Satya has given him a 27 and taken the wicket of Gabriel Gacius. Of the 2 overs he's bowled, 168 for 4 at the end of 18 overs. As Sudhindra comes back to bowl the penultimate over of the innings, the 19th. As Ramandeep plays this in the air. Chance for the man at long off and a beautiful catch. Safe pair of hands. Tah's been doing a lot of ground fielding for his team and caps it up with a well judged catch. These catches look easy sometimes but could pop out as well. So we see the back of Ramandeep in quick succession after Markan was out and then Gabriel followed him. He's out for 45 of 30 balls with 1 boundary and 3 maximums. New man in. Mohammad. He's taking strike. Sudhindra plays it off the back foot. Takes off for a quick single. 169 for 5. Mohammad off the mark with that single of the first ball. Denzel's faced one ball. It's no score. Let's see how we go about this. Off the pads, going towards the fine leg region. Completed 1. We'll come back for 2. We'll wait for the umpire's signal. Batted, so he's off the mark. He's 2 of 2. Score moves on to 171. It'll be called a wide. He's got a good action. He is able to give a few revs on the ball with the... Have a look at him. He just comes in and then loops the ball. Chance of a catch for the man. Over point, but the ball going towards the fence by the time the fielder fields. Another couple of runs. 2 more runs to the score. Score moves on to 174. So we are just 8 balls away from the closure of the innings. 174 for 5. Would really be eyeing 190 from here on. Trying to cut this one. No contact. 1 more ball left in the over. Sudhindra coming and putting a brakes on the free-flowing runs that Makhan and Ramandeep are having, as this one is played towards the man at long off. Tahir, the fielder, there. 1 more run added. 175 for 9. Sorry, 175 for 5 at the end of 19 overs. As the last over comes up, Satya to complete. just to make sure that they make it difficult for Emirates Insurance when they come in to bat again. Places down the ground, 1 run completed. They would want to come back for the second, but Mohammed already had his hand up as soon as he completed the single, so he's on strike now. He's only faced 1 ball so far. Plays this towards the man at extra cover. This man at 1 more run added. Score moves on to 177. Howden will really want to have a boundary in the next 4 balls as Lendl drives this towards long on. 1 more run added, so score moves on to 178. As Satya comes in to bowl the 4th ball, drives us down the ground. A near mix-up, but the man at short cover, Sudhindra, doing well to field the ball and restrict the run. So a dot ball, who remains on 178. Down the ground, plays it towards long off. Tahir the fielder, 1 run completed. They quickly take on his arm. Chance of a run out. Not to be. Umpire not in the best of position to judge that one. Luckily the fielders did not appeal viciously enough. So 2 more runs added to the total. Score moves on to 188. Last ball of the innings comes down the ground, plays it close to the stumps, 1 run taken. So the innings ends at 181 for 5. A good comeback by Satya, just giving away 6 runs without a boundary conceded in the last over. As we have a look at the scorecard. Howden, Captain Makhan winning the toss, electing to bat first. Bhushan Navalkar was the first to go. He was out for naught for the caught by Fawad off the bowling of Denzel. Makhan Chaturvedi 66 of 48. Caught by Jay off the bowling of Akshay. Sagar Chaturvedi 36 of 24. Caught by Sandeep off the bowling of Akshay. Ramandeep Sharma 45 of 30. Caught by Tahir off the bowling of Sudhindra. Gabriel Gracious caught Denzel off the bowling of Satya, out for 4 of 6. And then Lendl Machado 7 of 7. And Mohammad Shakir 5 of 5. 18 extras in the innings. 181 for 5 is what they scored at the rate of 9.05. As we have a look at the bowling card and the fall of wickets. Denzel Sequeira 3 overs 22 runs, 1 wicket. Fawad Rafiq 3 overs 23 runs, no wicket. Satya Praveen 3 overs, the expensive 33 with 1 wicket. Badresh Manubhai Ray 4 overs 31 runs, no wicket. Akshay Kumar 4 overs 36 runs, 2 wickets. Sandeep Rathod 1 over 22 runs, no wicket. And Sudhindra Prasad 2 overs 10 runs, 1 wicket. The fall of wickets 3, second one at 64, the third at 149, fourth at 168 and the fifth one at 168. So Emirates Insurance Company needing 182 to win this game, as we have the chase coming up in the next few minutes and we take a quick break.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all these families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families, after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Welcome back for the chase. 182 is what they require. Emirates Insurance needs 182 to win this game and collect the first points of the tournament. Sherry, the batsman. Sandeep, the batsman. On strikes, Satyapan, the bowler. No run of the first ball. Sherry is on the non-striker's end. One match he's got 24. They will want more than that from their opener. As he plays this down towards the fine leg. Boundary and the ball touching the ropes. So first runs of the innings. 4 runs for the loss of no wicket of 2 balls. .182 to win of 20 overs is a daunting task. Not impossible with the lights on. The ball comes onto the bat much better. As Sandeep trying to send this towards the point boundary, doesn't make any contact. Gabriel keeping wickets for Howden. Satyapan 20 matches, 13 wickets, economy of 8.22. He bowls the 4th ball of the over, first over, as Sandeep cuts this one towards point. And a quick single being taken. Score moves on to 5. To take strike for the first time. He's 4 matches. Still to register a decent score. As he wants to drive this one, makes no contact. Score remains on 5. As the keeper Gabriel decides to come forward, puts his helmet on. Full toss, plays this towards the mid-wicket region. The ball racing across the turf and just holding on within the boundary ropes. So 2 runs, he is off the mark. Score moves on to 7. As we conclude the first over.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all those families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families, after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Of no wicket. Sajin, the new bowler, partnering Satyapan in opening the attack for Howden. First one match, he's got 6 wickets. At economy of 9.77. Plays this one towards point, 1 run added. Lendl, the fielder there, moves across to his left and we run with Sargent's analysis again. It's 11 matches, my apologies, it's 11 matches, 6 wickets at economy of 9.77. Sherry again beaten outside the off stump. No run there, score remains on 8. Sherry again late on that ball managing to sneak past him as before he can get a decent reaction, so no run there, score remains on 8. Emirates Insurance need to make sure that they get that momentum up and running as fast as possible. They cannot just wait for that. As Sherry plays this one towards the point region and gets a single, he's off strike now. He moves on to 3, score moves on to 9. Sandeep plays this again towards point and they managed to complete a single. A better throw could have had Sherry in trouble, but not to be. Score moves on to 10. Sherry again trying to play square of the wicket. End of the over, 10 for the loss of no wicket. 3 runs coming off that over. Satyapan to bowl and ball missing the stumps and kissing Gabby's pads and going towards short third. No run there. Ten for the loss of no wicket. Drives this down the ground straight to the man at mid-off. Chance of a run out and an easy run out. That was always on the cards. They were running for everything that was going towards the fielders. Fielder throwing it close to the stumps and Gabby collecting the ball and just breaking the stumps down. So first wicket down for Emirates Insurance. The man out, Sherry, is out for 3. Imran Khan, the new man. No relation to the legendary Imran Khan of Pakistan who led them to the 1992 World Cup glory. And just the name infuses a lot of spirit in you. A fighting spirit. Imran Khan at number 3 to take strike. Plays this towards gully. No run there. उसे चेंज नहीं करो, चेंज करना उसने. उसे बॉल भी डाल दिया क्या? हाँ इमरान का डाला अभी 1 रन. हाँ इमरान के ऊपर. हाँ वो लेट चल रहा है. Drives this one through, covers the man at mid-off, giving the chase. Beautiful dive and keeps the ball, keeps the score to just 2 runs. Good bit of batting and equally excellent fielding. The man at short cover, unable to stop that one. Sagar from mid-off runs behind. If we look at Imran's stats, 9 matches, 170 runs, 97.7 strike rate. Just a shade below 100. He can do much better than that, and he needs to do if he wants to get his team over the line today. Satyapan bowling to Imran, asking for a LBW off the bat is what the umpire says. So Imran Khan survives. Another dot ball. End of 3 overs, 12 for the loss of 1 wicket. Start of the 4th over, Sargent to continue. He's bowling to Sandeep. Again, cuts this one towards point, wanting a single. Imran refusing that one. Another risky run could have resulted in one more run out. That the last thing that Emirates Insurance wants is a fall of another wicket in the form of a run out. Yes, Sargent bowling to drives us towards mid on. The man at the edge of the circle keeps it down to a single. Raman. Score moves on to 13. Asking for a caught behind, and yes, it is under edge, and Gabby takes a diving catch to his right. The ball was dying on him, but he managed to hold on to that one. So the second wicket down for Emirates Insurance. Imran Khan out for 2 runs. Caught by Gabby off the bowling of Sargent. So early signs of jitterness by the Emirates Insurance has resulted in 2 wickets being down. He is out for 2 after facing 5 balls. Tahir, the man at the centre. As we have a look at his stats. Six matches, 24 runs. Strike rate of 114.29. They will want more from this man who's done exceptionally well in the field today. Did a lot of running around, took a catch. But now the contribution has to be through the bat as he drives this one towards short covers. This is what happens when you have a tall score to chase and you're 2 down. You manage to find the fielders more often than not. You have to pierce that field with the men inside the ring. Another one. Tahir's sizing up to play a big shot, but his feet are going nowhere. He needs to come to the pitch of the ball, get a few to the middle of the bat, get that confidence, and then enough time to get some feel as he tries another Chinese cut and towards the man at short. Fine wanted the single. Sandeep refuses it this time. It's 3 dot balls. Just 1 run coming off that over. So 13 for 2 at the end of 4. Sargent 4 overs, 1 wicket of the 2 overs that he's bowled. Over number 5 to begin. Raman the bowler. Sandeep plays it back towards the bowler. No run. Pitching on the off stump and curling the ball back in swinger. Ball number 2 of the 5th over. Raman analysis: 18 matches, 18 wickets. The batsman managed to steal a single there. Score moves on to 14. Chasing 182. Need another 168 more runs of the remaining 15.4 overs. So required rate already touching 10 runs and over. Plays this back towards the bowler. No run there. So Tyre remains on naught of the 4 balls he's faced. As this time short ball, he swivels across, few bounces into the boundary rope. This is what they need. They need somebody to come to the party and score some quick runs. Tahir could be that man. He's waited for a few ones. The moment it was bowled short, he maneuvers it over square leg for a boundary. So much needed boundary. Score moves on to 18. They need to seize the momentum soon if they want to make a decent chance of getting, as he comes down the wicket. Misses that one, wrapped on the pads, but probably going down leg side. So no runs. Score remains on 18. 5 runs coming out of the first 5 balls of the over. Just one more to go. They need to make it count every over, every ball. They need to keep thinking of a single or a double and the odd boundary. It just cannot keep playing dead out here as Tyre now goes through the offside. This one going into the cover fence for another boundary. So the good end to the over. 9 runs coming off it. Just below the required rate, but just within striking distance. This is what they need to keep calculating. Score moves on to 22. 5 overs completed. 22 for the loss of 2 wickets.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all these families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families, after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Sagar Chaturvedi, second change coming in to bowl the last over of power play. His 8 matches, 14 wickets, economy of 6.42. A consistent performer for the Howden team. It's slightly short outside the off stump. Sandeep doesn't make any contact with that, so no run. Sandeep being forced to play off the back foot here, and a short cover mark on doing the fielding. No run there. .22 for 2 as the third ball comes down the wicket. Chance of a run out, but missed. Brings Tyre on to strike. Leg by being signaled, so let's add it to the total, not to the batsman, but they wouldn't mind that. Brings Tyre on to strike. This time gets his chance to open his shoulders, and the ball races the wind towards the cover boundary. Score moves on to 27. And Tyre moves on to double figures. He's 12 of the 8 balls. He's scored 3 boundaries so far. Gets a chance to open his shoulders, and all he does is sends it over the man it covers. And score moves on to 27. This one into the pads. Plays this towards short square leg, wanting a single. Sandeep denies that. Score remains on 27. Sagar bowling to Tahir. Shot this time, cuts this over point region, couple of bounces into the fence, so he moves on to 16, 4 boundaries. Score moves on to 31, another 8 run over. They need to consistently keep scoring those 8 and 10s to make sure that they are not falling behind the run rate. 9 runs coming off the over. Howden now having the liberty of sending a few men down towards the boundary. They do one as the man goes down towards the point boundary, and then Markan going a few steps back. Raman facing, bowling to Sandeep. Sandeep drives this one towards short cover, wanting a single. Tyre then this time denying it. Communication has to be very clear out here whether you want to take that run or no. Else could have both the batsmen at the same end. Raman bowling to Sandeep, this time into the pads and knocked his stump over. So Sandeep's innings comes to an end. He's out for 9 or 16 balls. Bowled by Ramandeep with 1 boundary to his credit. Nine of 17 balls. Sudhindra, the new man, coming at number 5. Sudhindra, the man, coming at number 5. Wanting to drive down the ground, doesn't get any sort of connection. The ball into the keeper's gloves. Score remains on 31. Howden has a decent bowling attack. Men who bowl at different stages of the game, pitching it up in the right areas, inviting the batsman to do those mistakes that this one plays it towards right, and his stump is knocked over. So the 4th wicket down. Sudhindra, the man, faced a couple of balls and he's lost his off stump as well. So 31 for 4. Nothing express about the Howden bowlers, but they managed to keep everything between the line and lengths that are good enough to keep the batsman guessing and get a few wickets. Raman's got 2 in the space of 3 deliveries. And now we're running into the middle order of Emirates Insurance Company. And Ramandeep, after the first over where he gave away 2 boundaries to Tyre, now comes back strong with a couple of wickets. Satya, the new man, coming at number 6. He's coming as early as the 7th over of the innings. Someone bowls to Satya, who plays it towards short covers, wanting a single, but could have been suicidal. The ball, mark on fielding that one and sending it towards the keeper. No run there. Score remains on 31. 5 balls in this over, 2 wickets without a run being given. Well on course to be a double wicket maiden. We've rarely seen a maiden in this tournament. And to have a double wicket maiden is a rarity. Last ball of the over coming up. No feet going nowhere, not in line of the ball. End of an excellent over, double wicket maiden. Score remains on 34, but they have lost 4 wickets and we have already completed 7 overs. Needing another 151 runs more of the remaining 13 overs as Sagar Chaturvedi comes back to bowl his second over. Sagar to defends this one towards shot mid on. The bowler doing the fielding of his own bowling. No run there. Sagar in Tahir this time under edges the ball. The ball going back to the bowler. No run there. Score remains on 31. Tahir plays this towards the deep mid wicket region. There's a fielder there this time. So the first single for Tahir, he at the moment 16 runs had come off boundaries. This time had to settle for a single, brings Satya on strike. Cuts this one towards short third. A single being taken. Score moves on to 33. Well, Tahir back on his feet after that feet had cramped up. Let's see what sort of a mode is he in as of now. Feet moving a bit, sends us towards extra cover, wide of long off for a single. So 34 for 4 with the last ball of the over coming up. Last ball of the 8th over. Very good ball, rising up off the pitching, taking the batsman by surprise, taking the keeper by surprise as well. So end of the 8th over, 34 for 4. He's given away 11 runs of the 2 overs he's bowled. Over number 9 to begin. Ramandeep, 2 for 9 of the 2 overs he's bowled. It was a wicket made in the last time and starts off with the wide. Wanted to bowl that leg cutter, but his arms just opening up at the last second. In a wayward ball. Score moves on to 36. You can have a look at him practicing that one. He's bowling well so far. He doesn't need to do anything of that. He just needs to keep it on and around the off stump. The batsman needs to do as pitches this one on leg, plays it towards mid wicket. 1 run to Tahir. Score moves on to 36. Brings Satya on strike. Plays this towards long off for a single. 1 run added to the total. Score moves on to 37. For the loss of 4 wickets. Tahir on strike. Short ball. Plays this towards the mid wicket region for a single. So the ploy very clear that they will be bowling short to Tahir. Try to invite him to play those hook shots and hope one goes into the hands of the short mid wicket or the man at mid wicket. He is hobbling at the moment. Still fighting out for his team out there in the centre. That's the spirit that the Emirates Insurance boys have kept. They fielded well. They've taken all their catches. They only lack in the, I guess, is where they need to understand how good they can perform. This one onto the pads, probably going down leg side. Right up to the batsman. Satya playing around that one. Lucky for him, the one's going down leg side, so he survives that one. Ramandeep bowling to Satya. And this time he knocks him over. So the 5th wicket down at the score of 38. Satya the man out for 2. And Ramandeep gets his 3rd. Satya out for 2 of 7. Jay, the new man, 8 matches, 78 runs, strike rate of 90.7 at the moment, facing Ramandeep. Asking for an LBW, and it is plumb right in front. Jay trying to practice that shot, but that's a bit too late. He's already been adjudged LBW, and the 6th wicket down for 38. 38 for the loss of 6 wickets at the end of 9 overs. And what we're looking is a sorry little scorecard for new man Akshay coming in. He will be at the non-striker's end, as that's the end of the over. So Ramandeep, when he comes back to bowl, will be on a hat-trick. And I'm sure he'll be asking his captain to give him another one before.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all those families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families, after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life, and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities, I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Makhan, the captain, Makhan Chaturvedi, comes into bowl. He is bowling the 10th over of the innings. We're bowling one from this end and then come back to bowl from the other side. 20 matches, 10 wickets, economy of 9.2. Good chance for him to get a few overs and get that economy rate better. As Tyre on strike. Plays it towards short mid wicket. No run there. Right arm off spinner. Was a slightly lengthy run up. And then creates momentum as he plays this one towards mid wicket. 1 run completed. The man at deep mid wicket coming and doing the fielding. So score moves on to 39. And Tyre moves on to 20. Loops this one, plays this towards extra cover for a single. So Akshay off the mark with that single. Score moves on to 40. Tyre batting 21. He's on strike. Full toss, plays it towards gully. No run there. Score remains on 40. 4 balls up of the 10th over. 2 balls away from the drinks break. Plays this with a dead bat. Pulling those off spinners with those high arm wrists. It's not somebody who breaks the ball a bit too much, pushes it through the air. keeps it around those areas where it's difficult for the batsman to drive or cut. Again, plays this in the air towards long on. One more run added. So at the end of 10 overs, 41 for the loss of 6 wickets. Markhan completes his over, just 3 runs coming off it. As we have a look at the Emirates Insurance scorecard midway through this innings. Emirates Insurance Company, Mohammad Tahir batting 22 of 21 with 4 boundaries. Rathore, the man who scored 9 of 7. And Mangale, who's out 3 of 6. Ramandeep Sharma, 3 overs, 13 runs, 4 wickets. Thomas, 1 over bowled, 4 runs given and he got a wicket. And Markhan Chaturvedi finishing 1 over and giving just 3 runs. That's the match summary of now, needing another 141 runs of the remaining 10 overs at the rate of 14.10. As we take a quick break. He's been asked to remove his white coloured gear. 6 matches, 7 wickets, economy of 8.64. Outside the off stumps, Tahir wanting to cut this one. Doesn't make any contact. 1 bounce to the keeper's glove. Score remains on 41. In to bowl the second ball. This time wide. The umpire penalizes him with a run. So 42 is what the score is. This time plays this towards the third man area for a boundary. The 50 coming up in the 11th over. 10.2 overs. Sorry, my bad. It's 46 as of now. Boundary taking the score to 46. Tahir moves on to 26 with that boundary. Plays this towards back to the bowler. Dot ball. They need more than 2 runs per ball. They need to get a move on, but who do they look up to, as this one is played towards the point boundary for another 4. So a lone battle being waged out there at the centre by Tahir. He gets another boundary. He moves on to 30. And the 50 coming up in the 10th over. 10.4 overs. 9 runs coming off this 4 balls. They need Tahir to go all guns blazing and somebody else support him. As Tahir plays this over the bowler's head. 1 bounce towards the long off boundary. So another boundary to the total. Score moves on to 54. Practicing the shot again. Half volley, just helping it to go over the bowler's head. 1 bounce into the ropes. So score moves on to 54. 13 runs coming off this over so far with the ball to spare as he drives this one towards the extra cover region. The fielder there keeps it down to a single, so one more run added. 14 off that over at the end of 11 overs, 55 for the loss of 6 wickets. Tyre batting 35 of 27. Makhan into ball to Tyre, takes a quick single. Score moves on to 56, brings Akshay on to strike. Tyre certainly in some discomfort. Being called a wide. Score moves on to 57. Slows one. Akshay plays it back towards the keeper for no run. Tyre just suggesting to Akshay to give him the strike. Play a Markan loops this one. No contact into the keeper's gloves. So Markan running through this over thick and fast without giving much away. He's just given away 2 runs so far of the 3 balls he's bowled. Another good ball just outside the off stump, floating this one. Akshay has absolutely no footwork out there, just standing and jamming his feet and playing from there. He's not going to help. He's got to reach to the pitch of the ball. Chips this one in the air, but safe enough to get a single. So last ball of the over, Tahir to face. Just 3 runs coming off it with 1 ball to spare. Tahir wants a quick single. Miscommunication between both the batsmen. No run there. End of the over. 12 overs completed. 58 for the loss of 6 wickets. Markan's given away 6 runs of the 2 overs that he's bowled. You have a new bowler. इसको दिखा दीजिए. Kanika, first match, yet to get a wicket. He's already bowled 1 ball now. A dot ball. He's bowling to Akshay. Places down towards short mid wicket. 1 run completed. Tahir now coming on to strike. He might want to put some pressure on the new guy. Score moves on to 59. 59 for 6. We're in the 13th over. Cuts this one. The man at extra cover could have done better there, could have gone in for the catch. They have enough in the bank. They could have tried to close out this game faster by getting that important wicket of Tahir. But Shivraj not attempting that catch means that 1 run given away, and Tahir still remains at the center as another wide ball being called. As another one and another wide being called, so 2 back-to-back wides. Score on to 62. Needing another 120 runs of the remaining 45 balls. Exactly 16 runs and over. Full toss, no ball being called. Over the man at fine leg, 1 run added to the score, so an extra ball being bowled, and Tahir gets a chance to free his arms. He's got a free hit. Let's see how much does he capitalize this one on. Plays it over the bowler's head. 1 bounce towards Ramandeep, who's at long off. He's clearly struggling at the moment, but he's still at the center, trying to make a match of this for his side. One more run added. Score moves on to 65. This is a rather lengthy over. 3 extra balls as Akshay plays this towards long on. Batsman complete a single. So at the end of 13 overs, 66 for the loss of 6 wickets. Sorry, another one more delivery to go. 8 runs have come off this over so far. Last ball of the over coming up. Drives this towards long on. Fielder coming in quick. No run given there. End of the over. 66 for the loss of 6 wickets at the end of 13 overs. Needing another 116 of the remaining 7 overs.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all those families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families, after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
जब मैच खत्म हो जाए तो उसके बाद 66 for 6 as slightly short this time, plays it towards short covers. Score remains on 166, another 116 more required. Drives this one towards extra cover. Tyre in no position to take that run. Now this is something serious. If you cannot run, there is no point hanging around there at the center. One is that you're not allowing your partner to get some runs. 2 is that you are aggravating your injury. As they have a word, and I guess Tyre would be better off leaving the field. He still decides to stick on. The main question is, do umpires have the authority to tell him to walk off? Because this is absolutely unjustified. When you know you cannot run, why are you at the center not allowing any runs to be scored? You cannot score everything in boundaries and sixes. You need those singles and doubles. You need to understand what is better for the team rather than yourself, as fielders have started closing in, wanting Akshay to go over the top as he misses another one and another dot ball. As Markan comes with slower one, drives this one towards the extra cover boundary. The complete a single, brings Tyre on to strike. Need to see that what is his plan as he decides to stay at the center of the wicket and play, whether he wants to hit every ball out of the ground, because I guess he is not in that position where he can take quick singles or even the one that goes towards long on. As of now, he collects one, so score moves on to 68 as the last ball of the over coming up. Kancha the fielder, Kancha the bowler, he bowls his first ball. Score moves on to 69. Akshay on strike. Wide down leg side. Or rather, this one brushed the pad. Good take by the keeper on the leg side. Score remains on 69. We're in the 15th over of the game. This game's been progressing at a very snail's pace. This time being called a wide, so score moves on to 70. At this time, Akshay plays this one towards the long off region. Fielder just moving a couple of inches to his left, fields the ball and sends it back towards the bowler. Score moves on to 71, needing another 111 runs more of the remaining 5.3 overs as Kanchika bowls this one. This time plays it in the air over the man, it covers. The ball going towards the boundary of. He moves on to 44 with that stroke. He is now 44 of 35. Batting 44 of 35. Kanchika comes into bowl. This time towards long on. And just over the long on's head just one bounce. He's moved on to 48 with that 9 boundaries of 36 balls. As last ball of the over coming up. Need to see whether he's able to convert this into a 50 right now or we wait longer. Plays this towards the cover boundary. Completes a single. He remains on 49. Moves on to 49 rather. Retains strike. End of 15 overs. 80 for the loss of 6 wickets. Sagar comes to bowl. They complete a single. So 50 up for Tahir. 50 of 38 balls with 9 boundaries. A lone battle being waged. Although he is injured, he is still at the center. Sagar to continue. And good ball. Akshay again nowhere close to the ball. So another dot ball. Sagar plays this towards short covers, wanting a single. Tahir declining that one. That's quite risky with him being in an injured state. So another dot ball. Wanting the single this time, but Akshay quite late in responding. Still feeling the effect of that as the keeper throws the ball and they decide to take a single. Leg by signal. One run given off the bat, so Akshay gets a late call by the umpire. This time Tahir plays it towards the vacant deep square leg for another boundary. 4 more runs added. Score moves on to 86. It's the last ball of the over coming up. We are coming towards the closure of the 16th over. 4 overs to go after this. This time plays it over the bowler's head. The fielder there doing the fielding. And the batsman walk through a single. End of the 16th over. 87 for 6. Another 96, 95 runs of the remaining 4 overs. Down the leg side wide, so he gets an opportunity again to complete the hat-trick. Given away a single, score moves on to 88. The intent quite clear. He wants to bowl it full and into the pads, not giving the batsman much room. So if he misses, he could be, there's a chance that he could be wrapped on the pads and be called LBW, or could go on to hit the stumps. Tahir needs to be wary about that, as this time he plays this towards the cover boundary for another single. Brings Akshay on to strike. Score moves on to 89. Ramandeep to Akshay. Short ball rocks onto the back foot. chance of a run out, and Akshay in the end has to sacrifice his wicket. There was no run there, with Akshay being considerate that Tyre is not able to run, but Tyre decides to go on and get the strike without any proper communication, results in the 7th wicket being down. Akshay out for 7 of 19 balls. So a lengthy stand, not in terms of runs but in terms of time, comes to an end. New man in is Fawad. He's at the non-striker's end. Ramandeep to Tyre. Just down the leg side. Gets an edge. Quite a candidate for LBW with the way he's batting at the moment. Ramandeep needs to pitch the ball up. Just keep it up there and invite the batsman to initiate the power. Ramandeep into Tyre. This time plays it over the bowler's head. Digs this one into the pitch. Rises up. Ramandeep. Tyre goes for the big hit over mid-wicket. Doesn't make contact and it goes over the bowler's head for a single. So 90 is what the score is after 16.4 overs. Fawad, the man, in 4 matches, 16 runs, strike rate of 123. The least he can do is keep company to Tyre and see off this game without losing many more wickets. As Fawad strikes this one towards the long off region. Makhan, the captain, doing the fielding there. Score moves on to 91. Last ball of the 17th over coming up. Decides to come round the wicket. Wanting to wrap this one and loses his leg stump. So a fiver for Ramandeep at the end of his spell. 17 runs and he's got 5 wickets. That's the 8th wicket down. Tyre out for 57 of 45, 10 boundaries. Just the man who was staying at the crease to try to make a match out of it is gone. Brings Bhadresh Kumar Bhai on to strike. Rather, he comes to the non-striker. That was the last ball of the over. Bhadresh stats is 9 games, 21 runs, strike rate of 56.76.
and to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all these families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities, I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Beautiful ball. Loops this one. Slower in the air. By the time the batsman had a clue of where it was going, the ball sneaks through towards the keeper. No run there. 91 for 8. This time slightly short. Down the leg side. It will be called a leg bye. Waiting for the umpire signal. The umpire confirms that it is off the bat, so 1 run to the batsman. Another looping delivery, plays it high in the air, wide of the man at long off. 1 more run added. Score moves on to 92. This time plays it towards the mid-wicket region. The man inside a few yards gives them the opportunity of taking a few more runs. Fawad helps himself to a boundary. Score moves on to 97. Fawad moves on to 6 with that boundary. 97 for 8. Needing another 85 more runs of the remaining 22 balls. This time, chance of a stumping, not to be. The ball was quite slow. Gabby, by the time he collected the ball, batsman had enough time to come back into his crease. So he's not to be. 97 for 8. As Fawad taking strike. This is the last ball of the 18th over. Again, this time sends it towards the mid-wicket, square leg boundary rather, for another 4. The 100 coming up at the end of 18 overs. 101 for 8. Expensive over, 10 runs coming off it. But as we speak, needing another 81 runs of the remaining 2 overs. This game is well and truly beyond Emirates Insurance grasp. Quickly finishes the first ball, comes in with it. Both those fastest off breaks and then pushes a couple of them straighter, which do not turn much. This time plays it down towards short, towards mid-on. 1 more run added. Score moves on to 102. Just 10 balls away from the closure of this game. 80 more runs required. This time Fawad Plays this towards backward of square for another boundary. Score moves on to 106. He moves on to 14. Markhan's been economical so far. He's just given 13 runs of the 3.3 overs he's bowled. Not yet to take a wicket. This time bowls are wide, so he'll have to reload. 14 runs coming off his bowling so far. Score moves on to 107. This time asking for that one, and he's been given LBW. Playing across the line. This time the ball was pushed a little bit more further than what Fawad expected. So his little cameo comes to an end. As Denzel comes into bat. The number 11 batsman. Denzel, a left-hander. Four matches, he's just scored 10 runs. At the moment, will be happy if he's able to play out the remaining balls left in this innings with Badruddin. 2 balls remaining in this over. Plays it with soft hands back towards the bowler. One more ball to come up. Markhan finally able to get 1 wicket after bowling well in this innings. As we see Lendl flexing his arms. Place it towards square leg. Wanting the single, but not to be. End of the 19th over. 107 for 9. As the last over of the innings comes up. Last over of the game. He went for 10 runs of the first over he bowled. Want to finish it with a wicket against his name as he bowls a wide ball. Loops this one. So we'll have to reload this one. 108 for 1. 108 for 9 rather. Plays it in the air. And what should have been an easy catch is being dropped. So the batsman survive, take a single. Score moves on to 110. Another wide. Score moves on to 111. $111 for 9. Another wide. So this is not going to help their cause. They need to just bowl it in the right areas and finish this game off. As Denzel places with a dead bat towards the man at short cover. No run there. So 111 for 9. Another 4 balls left in this innings and the game. Places in the air towards square leg. The man at deep square leg coming in and doing the fielding. Keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 112. Plays this one over the man at short cover. 1 run, and the man at extra cover doing the fielding. 1 more run added. Score moves on to 113. Yes, we have another 3 more balls left. 2 more balls left in the innings. The balls. The 5th ball. Plays it towards the man at short cover and no run there. So the last ball of the game coming up. Wanting to hit, asking for the umpire, and he gives us out. It's stumped, so they are all out of the last ball of the game. 113 for 10. Mohammad finally gets a wicket of the last ball. He's given away 16 runs, taken 1 wicket. As we have a look at the scorecard, Howden winning by 68 runs. We run you through the scorecard. Sherry Mangle, the first man, was run out for 3 of 6. Sandeep Rathod out for 9 of 7, bowled by Ramandeep. Imran Khan caught by Gabriel off the bowling of Sargent for 2 of 5. Tahir Mahmood, the man who was lone waging a battle, he was bowled by Ramandeep for 57 of 44 with 10 boundaries. Surendra Prasad out for naught of 2 balls, bowled by Ramandeep. Satya Praveen out for 2 of 7, bowled by Ramandeep. Jai Singh LBW Ramandeep for naught first ball. Akshay Kumar 7 of 20 run out by Kancha and Ramandeep. Fawad Rafiq LBW Markan 14 of 8. Bhadreshwar Ray not out 4 of 5. Denzel Sakwera stumped by Gabriel off the bowling of Mohammad for 1 of 6. 14 extras in the innings and a 68 run victory for Howden. They have now 3 victories in the 3 games and qualify for the quarterfinals. As we have a look at the bowling card, Howden Insurance, Satyapan Kannappan 2 overs 9 runs, no wicket. Sajin Thomas 2 overs 4 runs, 1 wicket. Ramandeep Sharma 4 overs 1 maiden, 17 runs, 5 wickets. Sagar Chaturvedi 3 overs 17 runs, no wicket. Makhan Chaturvedi 4 overs 14 runs, 1 wicket. Shivraj Nair 1 over 14 runs, no wicket. Kanika Raj 2 overs 20 runs, no wicket, and Mohammad Shakir 2 overs 16 runs, 1 wicket. As we have a look at the fall of wickets, 10, 13, 31 is when they lost 3rd and 4th, 5th one at 38, 6th one at 38, 7th at 89, 8th at 91, 9th at 107, and the final wicket falling at the score of 113, the last ball of the game. A 68 run victory for Howden Insurance as we go into the presentation soon. Game number 21 of the Insurance Cricket Premier League Season 10 between Howden and Emirates Insurance. A 68 run victory for Howden takes them to the top of the table with the 3 wins that they have. We have the man of the match. It is Ramandeep for his 5 wicket haul as he'll collect the award from Mr. Raisin. As we quickly talk to Raman, good performance, probably disappointed not to get that hat-trick?
No, I was never aware that hat-trick is there. So my captain told me that you have to finish the innings as soon as possible. So I was going for maximum wickets. So hat-trick was never an idea for me.
And with this win, the momentum is there with you. You have won 3 games. What has the plan been going into the knockout stages now?
No, see, first 2 games we were like we wanted to get into the groove, and this game, in fact, captain told all the players that he wanted to try few new players. So we have changed the lineup, and hopefully, since we are doing a lot of practice, so most probably in the second round we will come up with the bang.
Anyway, thank you. Best luck for the quarterfinals and well played today. Thank you very much. As we speak to Mr. Badruz, on behalf of Emirates Insurance, a few positives to take that you all stretched this game. At one stage, you all were 6 down within the 10th over. You stretched it to the last ball of the game.
Yeah, it was a good actually chance to straight up to a 20 over completely, and we was actually planned to do that. That's what the main thing, to stay over there. After left of the 6th wicket, we thought, okay, we stay on a pitch. Let's see how much run we can make it. Not to complete definitely because the target was a slightly higher side. But our aim to stay over there for a 20 over. That's what
A lot of positives to take because you've got one more game coming up next week. You will have a lot of positives and a lot of thinking to be doing before you come into the last game.
Yeah, that was because see what happened. We was aiming to stop the batsman up to a 175 something, which we did actually. But hard luck on a batting part, we have not done a very best thing. But okay, definitely it gives us moral to play a next match with the full of energy.
Anyway, thank you and all the best for your final game coming up next week. As we speak to Markan, the winning captain today. Markan, 3 on 3. As Raman said, you tried out a few players. Probably some new strategy coming up in the next game.
No, our first aim was to win the match, and then we want to give everybody a chance at least before going to the knockout round. So whenever we have some player missing, so because of the injury, that same thing happened today. One of our main bowler, he was not well, so we have to try out other things, and it went well. And we finished it what we thought we need to restrict them, and we were there.
On a personal front, you had a good outing with the bat. Must be disappointed that you wanted it to carry it a bit longer and put up a better score?
Yeah, that is my role within the team. My team want me to be there till the last over, and from other end we want to accelerate. So that is what my aim from the ball one. And yeah, a little bit disappointed, but after a few innings I was not in good nick. Like it was I'm going in good nick, but not converting into the runs. So finally I have some runs before going to knockout, which is good.
Anyway, thank you. Congratulations. And we'll see you soon in the quarterfinals. That concludes the presentation. Howden winning by 68 runs. Game number 21 concludes, as we will come back next week for the final 3 games of the league phase of the Insurance Cricket Premier League Season 10.
is our run to catch, it is a six, or will it be a four? We scream, we roar, oh my god, the tension soar. The pressure, the skill on display is amazing, what can I say? Let the clocks run in millions, as if cricket is our religion. Let's go. If you wanna be the best, play with courage and confidence. Level up your game to be prominent. Don't forget it's your time to shine. Play tough but remember to be kind. Let's see who tops at the finish line. Insurance Premier League.